Tool theft's out of control in the UK. Every week we hear from trades who've lost thousands of pounds worth of kit stolen from vans, driveways, even job sites in broad daylight. It's not just about the tools, it's people's livelihoods, their independence. Now, the Conservatives under Kemi Badenoch say they're going to get tough on crime and stand up for the grafters, the people who build, fix and keep Britain running. So we went along to an event at JCB to hear what she had to say and to see whether these promises really mean anything for those of us on the ground.
Across the country, tradesmen, builders, farmers are waking up more and more often to find their tools stolen. They find their machinery missing, their vehicles stripped completely. And I don't need to tell all of you here today that it isn't just about the stolen tools. I've met farmers who've been pushed to the edge by having things stolen from them again and again. I've met builders who've decided to call it a day, pack it in all together because they just can't face having everything that they've worked hard to buy taken away from them. I met the tradesman Shoaib Awan, the gas expert, who told me that he turns down job after job because he doesn't think it's worth it because of the fear of theft. And I get it, because it's not just about tools, it is about your livelihoods. Somebody out there wakes up in the morning, goes to work, and another person wakes up in the morning deciding to steal their livelihood, stealing the means of providing for you and your family, making sure that you can't turn up for a job the next day, that you can't pay your bills. And very often, what's really insidious about this is that you can't replace what has been stolen. It is not just the financial cost, it is the emotional cost too. The stress, the sense of violation, and on top of all of it, the feeling that the system isn't taking you seriously. If you get up early, work hard, and play by the rules, you should be protected from those who think that they can take what isn't theirs. And of course it winds people up when the people who commit these crimes hardly ever face the consequences. Courts, I'm afraid, don't treat tool theft seriously enough. Stolen goods are openly sold at car boot sales and online marketplaces with barely any enforcement. It makes a mockery of those trying to do the right thing. Every drill, every van, every tractor was purchased through hours of honest labour, and they were purchased so that all of those good people out there working can carry on earning a living. But this story that we sadly see played out again and again in Britain at the moment, where those people who do the right thing end up paying the price for those who don't, makes people think, what is the point? So I'm here to tell you about the Conservatives' plan to change it. First, we'll make sure the courts treat tool theft and farm theft with the seriousness that they deserve. We are going to rewrite sentencing guidelines so that criminals who steal from tradesmen and women or farmers get the longer sentence that they deserve. Stealing someone's livelihood should carry serious consequences, and will also increase fines on criminals so that you get back the full value of stolen equipment. The second thing that we're going to do is roll out the Rural Crimes Task Force across the country. We have already found savings to fund 10,000 additional police officers, and some of that money will be used to set up new dedicated forces that will bring together specialist rural officers trained and equipped to deal with theft, trespass and organised rural crime. We've already seen the results where Conservative police and crime commissioners have led the way. I am an MP in a rural constituency. People in my constituency come to my surgery talking about this all the time. It is not just farmers who are suffering, it is everybody. So I look to people like Matthew Scott in Kent, where he has brought rural crime down 25% in just 2 years. I look in Thames Valley, where we've got Matthew Barber. Rural crime is down by 17%, with over £8 million worth of stolen goods recovered. There is a lot that we can learn from what they have done. And what I want to do is give all of you that same level of protection, that same level of confidence. The lesson we have learned is that we can do this by partnering with industry, with people like you in this room, with the police. That real partnership is what CITS embodies. Back in 2006, plant and machinery theft was running out of control, with barely a 5% chance of recovery after any theft. Police and industry came together through the Combined Industries Theft Solutions and designed CSER. And I think everyone in this room knows what CSER is because you're the ones who told me about it. All marked machines now carry unique plates that can be identified from the roadside, and they make sure the police can immediately contact the owner. Launched in 2007 and adopted first by JCB, they're now fitted to almost 700,000 machines. Around 90% of all new construction and farm equipment sold in the UK. So I'm told now that a machine without a Caesar marking is actually as suspicious as a car without a number plate. And this scheme has helped police recover stolen machinery, train specialist police officers, and fund rural enforcement teams, including this event which all of us are attending here today. That is what happens when business, police, and government work together. Thirdly, we'll go after the resale markets that make tool theft profitable. Too many stolen tools end up at car boot sales, as I said, or even online marketplaces. They're on eBay, goodness knows where else. So what we want to do is work with those platforms, with local authorities and with manufacturers to shut down those criminal networks. If we make it harder to sell stolen goods, we make theft less attractive in the first place. No one should be above the law, and no one should be left without its protection. So my message today is very simple. I want you to know that we are on your side. We will always make sure that people who work hard and do the right thing are rewarded. We will always protect our rural and working communities. And we will always make sure that Britain is a place where crime doesn't pay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.